Shalom, my name is Alona and I'm the director of Neshama in Israel. I'm very excited to see you in a few months, and until then I have a few things to say, and I will start with a quote from the Mishnah and in Hebrew so you can start practicing. So, ארבע מידות באדם, האומר שלי שלי, שלך שלך, זו מידה בינונית, ויש אומרים זו מידת סדום. שלי שלך ושלך שלי, עם הארץ. שלי שלך ושלך שלך, חסיד. שלי שלי ושלך שלי, רשע. And in English, there are four traits which make people different from one each other. What's yours is yours and what's mine is mine, that's a mediocre person. And some say this characterized Sodom. What's mine is yours and what's yours is mine, that's a fool. What's yours is yours and what's mine is yours, that's Chassid. And what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine, that's an evil person. In our reality, and I think also in the reality of Chazal, most people behave in the first category. Yours is yours and mine is mine. So why Chazal are comparing this with Sodom? I think it is not about property Chazal are speaking of, but of how we treat each other as a society. They say a society of individuals who ignore the needs of the other and live only to themselves cannot last. We call it in Hebrew, Kol Israel Arevim Ze Laze. Or we say Arvut Hadadit. In the last few months, we could see two examples of Arvut Hadadit within the Israeli society. One during the summer, when 500,000 Israelis were marching the streets of our main cities and crying, "The people want social justice," or in Hebrew, Ha'am Doresh Tzedek Chevrati. I think they were saying, demanding, to bring back the values of Harvut Adadit to the public agenda. And the other was the deal to release Gilad Shalit. Though not everybody in Israel agreed with it, I think no one could ignore the feeling of Arvut Adadit, looking at the pictures of Gilad Shalit coming back to his family after 5 years in captivity. So, Arvut Adadit, or as I will call it, Kol Neshama Arevim Ze Laze, will be our theme in this year on Neshama 20, Neshama 20. We'll examine how we treat each other as individuals, as a group, as a nation, in our history, and in the current Israeli society. I would like to end with a quote from Parashat HaShavua. Vayomer lo Yaakov ya'amer od shimcha ki im Israel. כי שרית עם אלוהים ועם אנשים ותוכל. So he said to him, "What is your name?" And he said, "Jacob." And he said, "Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel, because you have commanding power with God and with men, and you have prevailed." In our nation, struggle is part of our identity. We accept nothing as obvious. And I think sometimes our own existence is not being accepted. Today, exactly 64 years ago, not very far away from where you're sitting in West Orange, the United Nations declared on ending the British mandate in Palestine and creating two states, one for the Jewish nation, Israel, and one for the Arabs. The same evening, many Israelis were dancing and singing in the streets. The next morning, Arab forces inside and outside the land started with terror attacks on Jewish convoys. November 29th, or as we call it, Kaftet B'November, resembles for a lot of Israelis a cornerstone in the history of the new state, and as well the beginning of what will turn into its first war, the Independence War. Struggles, internal and external, which accompany us from the days of Yaakov Avinu, hasn't ended and maybe will never end. I invite you, students and parents of Neshama 20, to struggle. Not with violence, of course, but with yourselves. I invite you to ask the questions about your life. What is important for you? What is your vision? What is your destination? What is your neshama? And as it was said to Jacob, Vatuchal, you can, I think why we can dare to dream, to ask, to struggle, I think we can because we are one group of which everybody are arevim ze leze. In our group, I hope, it will be sheli shelcha and שלך שלך. שיהיה בהצלחה לכולנו. להתראות.